outside is outside. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It is indeed Thursday evening, 6:33 p.m.
The weather outside is weather.
There's weather. Weather outside is outside. We are here inside. Yeah.
Toasting my toes over here.
Oh, did you turn the other one on too?
Yeah, my toes.
Dead dumb. All right.
My piggies need a blanket.
Ooh, that sounds good right now. I think we're having French toast tonight. Okay, hey everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It is indeed Thursday evening, 6:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're here with Troy and Eli. Huh?
Already got an ad going.
Oh, for crying out loud. But it is Evil Speed Backwards is live. Okay. Hey everybody. We're going to stop and say hi to everybody who is in the chat right now. And I think we'll start with Kyle Jones up there in the, not quite the Great White North, but at least the North. They're in Maine. Mountain Home Forge. Hey, hey, hey. Roger Caldwell. Mr. D. Baca Maker, Daniel Baca, says he's going to head out here in a little bit and go get his trailer. And I'm guessing for a trip to the east. Daniel, I sent a message to you not too long ago. If you would please respond to me. Just kind of want to get a final what's up. Daniel Baca, Mr. Kyle Jones, Mountain Home Forge. Who else do we have in here? I think we got a Jeff Squared, a Woodring, and a Killian. And I think there's an Aussie in here too, is there not? Adam from Speargrass. Yes. And wow, we even get a Pete Fields. I can only guess why. It's snowing and he hadn't been called out yet. How much snow do we have here in Ohio? Basically a covering. Yeah. More than a dusting. Not really into the inches yet.
Not quite a comforter. More like a floor blanket.
Sure. Couch. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those where when you come in from outside, you're like, all right, there we go. And it's still a little slushy on your feet, but other than that, no big deal. But hey, it's November the 21st, and it's getting close to that time, you know.
Isn't there an old wives' tale that says like whatever day that the snow falls on is how many snows that you get?
Here in Ohio, there was an old wives' tale that the date of the first accumulating snow dictated how many snow events there were going to be throughout the winter. So if that follows true, 21 snow days. 1120, that's right. There's Bobby, Mr. Robert Launis at the Treadle Shed. See how, like in Ohio, we say the Ohio State. Bobby is the Treadle Shed. So it is great to be here with you guys. We're going to continue our chair project tonight. Yeah. I guess that makes me the chairman. And I went ahead and did a little something. I put it together. There's Mr. Ben Strickland and Corey Shire. Says, hey, what's up? Hey, boys. Hey, you boys. So we went ahead and roughly assembled what we've got done so far. And that's about what you get. And what we've done, we just basically bolted it together. And that's kind of what we're going to do. So tonight, I'm going to take one leg off. And we're going to do that finial on the end, on each one. Take one leg off, do the finial. Then we're going to, I've already sat in it and understand it needs a little bit of a bow.
You fell through too.
I did not fall through. I did not fall through. My butt's too big. So we're going to put a little bit of a bow on it. The challenge there is going to be making sure that the bow is, they're equal on either side. She's Butte Clark. And so we'll start with keeping it straight and going ahead and putting the finial on this end. After we get all, yeah, it's kind of a potty chair. We can just put, a bucket underneath it or something like that. We'll be done. So we're going to do that and then try to match it on this side, try to get everything all nice and neat. We've been thinking about, as I sat down on it, I really didn't feel the legs splay out as I sat down, but I think what we are going to do is put an X brace or a former brace. I don't know whether they call it an X or a former.
Real test is when I sit down in it.
That's true.
Wow, geez.
But yeah, we'll just put an X across here just to keep things from splaying out, as they say, and it should be pretty simple there. And then we're debating on the seat whether to do a woven metal seat. I've also considered doing a wood seat inside or on top, either one. And I think if I do a wood, it'll be one that'll sit kind of on top, but the inside it will sit inside, so it'll have a lip on it. And I would like to kind of shape it with a kind of a butt shape, with
a lip
with a lip.
It's a lip. It's a lip.
That's that's right. I told you guys there was going to be a bathroom here for the gathering, and here it is. Here it is, right here.
Just ruin it by putting on a porcelain toilet seat.
It needs to be padded.
Oh yeah,
nice
that's true. Yeah, put one of those
seats.
like thick padded seats on there.
Like a baby blue.
And then the cover has got like the carpet.
Sure.
The carpet cover.
Fuzzy,
yeah.
Fuzzy top. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can't stay long. I got a foraging. Oh, got to go foraging for some victuals. Well, we're going to stay here and forage.
Not victuals.
But not for victuals, for chairs.
Chairs.
So anyway, what I'll do is go ahead and take that off of there.
Chair. And that will give us a great time to talk about
Stuff that's going on.
Stuff that's going on in the shop. Dutch. As a reminder, you know what I'm about to say. Everybody in here has been here for a minute.
Maybe they don't.
Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you're alerted every single time we have new content here on Borrow and Forge. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok and Rumble, and of course the website www.borrowandforge.com. That's BARRUNFORGE.com.
Okay, so there's the leg. I'm going to set this over here. Just kind of prop it up.
Next week we will not be live due to the Thanksgiving holiday. I will be in Eastern Kentucky, and Dad will probably be napping.
Yep. Very likely.
Oh.
Now, what he may do, I may sit right here.
In your chair.
Right, maybe even in whatever's done of my chair. And have a little Thanksgiving chat with y'all. And I may not. I don't know. Remains to be seen.
Stay tuned.
Remains to be seen.
Tuned. Hey, Mr. Coffee.
I think I would like to define those a little bit better with the guillotine. Is that Mr. John Coffee in here, he said?
Is. Watch your hand.
What's that?
Just watch your hand.
Yes. Yes. I did find out that Mr. Thomas Goodymoot, the goodest of all moots, I got a good report from his doctor.
That's good.
So everything seems to be okay.
Healing up good.
What's that?
Healing up good.
It seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. So he's got some follow-ups coming up, and so hopefully things go well for him. And we continue to remember the family of Frank Strock. Thank you for those that have reached out to Matt and the family. I don't know any details yet. Matt hasn't contacted me on any of that, so just keep them in your prayers. And
if you would like to donate, their GoFundMe link is up on our page.
Yeah.
On the Bar and Forge.
I think it may have been taken down. I'm not sure. I think the link, whatever happened with the account, something might have happened with the account, but you can still check it out. Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just fire coming from the bottom.
Through a few of them coming out, sparkies.
Yeah. So, well, either way, I'm sure you can get a hold of Matt if you would like to help them out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still operating Frank's Facebook page and Matt's page as well.
Yeah.
So, should be able to get in touch with him somehow. Mr. Coffee, you in your shop staying warm or in the house staying warm? On the bar run butt. In the house, just got home. All right. But anyway, we're Eli was at Sons of Toil Brewing Company.
There we go. There we go. Sorry.
Last Saturday, this past Saturday. And we'll have this Saturday off, and then we'll be back at Sons of Toil the following Saturday.
And have that Saturday off.
And then a Saturday off, and then we'll be at the Greenfield Greenfield, Ohio, for an event there. May or may not be demoing, weather dependent.
Then we'll have the following Saturday.
And then the following Saturday, we'll be at Lynchburg Village Christmas.
Yeah.
We will not be demoing for that.
No. It's chilly. I really hope our friends at Aloha Tacos show up. I saw that they're like back.
Are they back?
They are back.
Praise the Lord for that. Now, I got to tell you guys about that. Let me do this heat, and then I want to address that. Super cool. So our friends at Aloha Taco, local food truck.
Wait. Hello, Roy and Bailey.
Oh, there's Roy. And who?
Bailey, friend from college.
Oh, the Bailey I know?
It's from like Bardstown area.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came up here once, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Bailey. Been a long time, girl. So yes, our friends from Aloha Taco are the gentleman who kind of founded that with his wife is from Hawaii, and they moved into this area and have a food truck, and they serve. I don't know the best way to say it. They do it in their name, Aloha Taco. It is Hawaiian style Mexican food. Is that the easiest way to say it, Eli?
Yes.
And he has a Tacos El Pastor. Man, oh man.
Pretty much everything that they make
is
top
very,
tier.
very good. Christian, good, godly people.
Yeah.
They recognize people. They talk to them. They're just so family friendly, and it's just wonderful. He had a really tough battle with cancer. It was bad for a long while there, and people stepped up, helped him out, took care of things, and I did not know they were back. So praise the Lord.
I saw on Facebook today they got something like a contract or something with one of our local places to sell Tres Leches cakes, which are
oh my gosh, I forgot about those.
Fantastic.
Just goodness.
Imagine like a warm, soft cinnamon toast crunch like cereal with whipped cream and cinnamon sugar on top.
Yeah,
it is to die for.
Yeah, and if you don't, those of you who are, you don't have to know a lot of Spanish, but if you don't know what Tres Leches is, Tres Leches means the three creams, or the three milks.
Yeah.
And they use three different types of dairy like cream in this cake, and it is so good.
Oh, good.
Yep. T. Roy is okay. I'm mostly recovered from whatever crap that was crawled up in my head and tried to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm mostly over that. And Orange Crush, tell them how you're doing.
I'm here.
And we are making the finials on the back legs of our metal chair.
Here. Three-legged stool.
So I've got right now. So we're making the finial on this leg right now.
Okay. Yeah. They had a 3B's Forge.
3B's Forge. Hello, hello. Spam tacos are good, man.
There's another Hawaiian taco, or not Hawaiian taco truck. I'll say it after you get done.
Go ahead.
There's a Hawaiian food truck that comes up to Taste of Cincinnati, which is like a huge food truck, food place, vendor thing downtown Cincinnati. Pretty much any type of food around locally, and a lot of food trucks from the local cuisine put that on. And there's a Hawaiian place that does a spam, like deep fried sushi.
They love their spam.
Yeah,
Man.
like a sushi spam that's deep fried, and it is like world renowned. Like they've won awards with it, and it is so good. So
Yeah.
good.
And hey, Brian from the
Brian.
Vineyard Farmhouse. Good to have you in here. And Beck.
That's Bailey.
Huh?
That's Bailey.
That's Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I was saying hi to Bailey, and I didn't know it was Beck. I'm a little off, honestly. A lot of our tools and stuff are still in the trailer, ready for next Saturday, and I'm like, I like my hammer Hans and I made, but you get used to using
The Andrew Larson hammer.
Yeah, I'm just so used to the Andrew Larson hammer that kind of had to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, we get our touch marks. Well, our touch mark was made by Honig Engraving.
Yeah.
And then we had Sons of Toil made by Buckeye Engraving.
Buckeye Engraving, yeah.
So, for some reason, I don't know if the Honig Engraving place has changed, but I couldn't find like their info. So, we went with Buckeye Engraving for. We had the Sons of Toil one made. They did a great job as well. So, I can recommend either one if you can find Honig Engraving. They're good. Buckeye Engraving kind of seems to be more mass produced. So,
Right.
and they're local to Ohio. So, a little favoritism to the Anvil Cam.
little planishing there. Even that up a bit. Yeah, kind of liking that. Do one more kind of clean up. We'll switch hammers. Get my Eli Roush hammer out.
Whoa. That crap out of here. It was kind of interesting. I was talking to a lady at Sons of Toil,
Yeah.
and she was asking about like hammers, and I think she might have mentioned her husband getting into it, and she was like, "So do you buy them? Do you make them?" I was like, "Yes, we do both."
Right.
And so I showed her, one of my like Swedish cross beans, and I was like, this is a store-bought one, does a great job, it works good, and I was like, and then vice versa, I showed her the Andrew Larson hammer, and then I was like, then this one's handmade, we bought it,
Right.
and then I showed her the one that you made at the gathering 2 or 3 years ago. I was like, my dad made this one, and I got it, and then I made him one that's something similar to it, and she like got teary-eyed when I said that. She was like, "That's so cool."
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, if you do not have yourself an Eli Roush hammer, you need to get you one. Because I love that thing. The hammer and the guy that made it. Aw. See what I did there?
Yeah.
All right. Just to kind of give you an idea. It's not too complicated. Do a little bit of cleanup on that. I had an interesting thing happen today. I was involved in a high-speed chase on 131.
They didn't catch you?
They did not catch me. Can't catch me. All right, so that one's done. We just need to start doing the bend. From there. Yeah, I was coming down 131, coming home, and I saw blue lights coming towards me. And I looked and saw a car in front of me. I said, he got him a speeder. And then I saw another one come off of Abernathy Road and turn on in behind rapidly. And so, again, maybe shouldn't have, don't know, whatever. I was coming up to a friend of ours' driveway, and that car was coming rapidly at me. So I took my left turn signal on and slowly turned into their driveway, into McConaughey's driveway. And about that time, another deputy came from the east side, right up behind, and it just so happened that he did exactly what I anticipated he would do. And he came in I was going in the driveway, and he came in behind me. The two deputies in behind, dude had no shot.
Yeah.
So the only thing he could have done was just basically broadside my bed with my truck. But then they got him. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Turns out they'd been chasing him for a while.
Really?
Because by the time he got stopped, there were 4 other deputies pulling into the scene.
No kidding.
Yes.
Did you have to stay in McConaughey's driveway for a second?
Just for a few.
Yeah.
So I recognized one of the guys, and he's like, "Hey, thanks, Troy." I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I know I probably shouldn't have done that. He's like, yeah, but it worked.
Yeah. Well, you're in a truck. I mean, the worst case scenario, something does hit you. That's something you'd rather take that than buy Honda.
Right. Right.
That's me in my car. I'm probably not doing that.
Well, he was headed towards an intersection that would be very, very dangerous for him to like speed through.
Yeah.
And I did not want that to happen.
Right. Say hi to Outdoors with Vance.
So basically, I'm just going to kind of lean in a little bit here, put a little bit of an arc into it. Nothing too drastic. And I'll try to match that with the other one. If I do it the right way. Whoops. All right, back in the fire. Big dummy. I got all wrapped up in my high-speed chase story.
Yeah. Adrenaline messing you up.
Yeah, I jumped out of my truck. Here I come to save the day.
Rip the shirt off.
That's right. It's me. No, it is not a good road. And then he would have gone on to 138, which is very narrow.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of traffic hitting that area. So I just did whatever, you know. I mean, I wasn't going to come head on with him. I just wanted to make him slow a little bit. Yeah. I mean, his only other option at that point would have been going out in their front yard and then out into a field. And he was in a Hyundai. He was running from the cops in a little Hyundai Elantra. I was like, okay, this dude's an idiot. So.
You got more time than brains.
Yeah. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Maybe a little too much, but I can straighten it back out a little bit. Yeah. Did I do it again? I did. Holy cow.
Right way. Do it the right way.
Yes, that's the right way. Yeah. High speed chase, slow speed brain. All right. That out there. And we'll just kind of ease that out a little bit. What? Oh, really? That might be okay. Maybe a little less. I'm sure plenty of comments.
Oh no, Ben Strickland was talking about Dak's cadence.
Oh. I think I'm okay with that. All right. Into the quench. Pink. And then we'll take the other leg off.
My leg.
and work on that finial, and then put the bend in
What's going on in the chat? Jeff Woodring said, from now on, it's Deputy Troy. What was your technical title as a probation officer?
Officer.
Just Officer Troy?
Yeah.
Officer?
Yep. And even when I was working in the jail, it was still officer.
Officer.
Yeah.
He was a lawman.
The lawman.
Barney Roush.
We already have one of those.
That's true. That is true. If not more kooky.
Yeah.
Barney 5. Why, thank you. Actually, the multiple camera angles idea was mainly Dad.
And I'm trying to talk him into something.
The OG setup. You had a iPhone.
I had an iPod
taped up to the wall.
Masking taped up to the wall.
Yeah.
I had an iPad, like sitting on a something over here,
and then a GoPro, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a cheap,
like an off-brand
action camera.
Yeah, like an off-brand GoPro.
Yeah.
And if you're a real OG of the channel, you remember Purple Heat.
Purple Heat. Yep.
Yeah, those
first
webcams.
cams.
Yeah.
I think we got them for like $24 or something like that. So
that was a signature. Everybody would be like, "Oh, that's cool. There's so many angles," and then they would be like, "Why is it hot and purple?" I messed with all the chroma keys and the white balance and everything, and we finally were like, "All right, we made some money." I think that was once we got the big sale at Metamora.
Yeah.
And you were like, "We're buying good cameras." I was like, "Oh, thank God." We got the Lumix, and then we upgraded all of our cams to PTZ optics.
Yep. And I'm pushing for some upgrades to those right now.
We're looking into some more upgradables.
So if you decide that you want to help us upgrade our technology and get a little bit better look to the camera side of things, you can do that.
You can. How would they do that?
Well, you can do that through the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing called Streamlabs Tips.
Yeah.
Tell them all about it, Eli.
Why, certainly, Dad. Like a 1940s like promo. Like, now you got the Streamlabs Tips down at the bottom of the description there. Yes, you can do.
The bee's knees.
Yeah, there you go. The bee's knees. Coffee said Troy and Eli Hammer need to find their way to the forge.
Coffee said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Well,
true.
you know what we need to do? We need to do like we did last time, where we sent one for the Christmas giveaway and then one to somebody. We ought to do that.
Yep.
In a special
I think
way.
what he's saying is we need to go to coffees.
Or that too, yeah.
We need to go to the coffee grounds.
That too. Oh, he said I have the blanks. Well, boom, there you go. Yeah, Streamlabs Tips and Super Chat and YouTube. That was what I was getting at.
Yes, I'm watching my fingers. Just not my toes. I believe that'll do, pig.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, when you had like first got into trying to make YouTube videos, I was still in Moorhead, and you had like FaceTime me in the shop. You're like, "Check out what I did in the shop," and I was like, "Wow, I don't even recognize the place." And then you're like, "So this is my setup," and I was like, "Bless your heart."
Yeah.
There's an iPod taped up over there, and your iPad. I don't even think you had the GoPro at that time, and you were just like, "This is what I'm doing." I was like, "Okay."
And I had like an iPhone 7 or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you watch some of the original videos and like the first live stream, woof.
Yeah. Daniel, we'll see you later, buddy. Please get in touch with me. Answer me, please.
D Baca, 707 Bacon.
Let's do it over here. Yep, we'll get there. We'll get there.
You're wanting to wear? Yeah, man, it's been a journey. 5,700 and some odd subs or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, we just climbed over 5,500, I think.
5,500. That's
Yep.
what I said. With 456 videos. That'll be, I think, this year, now that we're not done with farming, but our farming is a little different,
Yeah.
i.e. all new equipment and mainly focused on hay work and nothing else. Be a lot easier to get in the shop and get back to production of vidges and whatnots.
Very much so.
So be prepared.
Be prepared. Yeah, we'll be prepared. Prepared for what? What was that? Ooh, say it again. All right, one more cleanup.
Bobby said, "You make them, I'll watch them." That's a deal. Yeah, I got the 1x30 belt sander from Harbor Freight. It's in a video now. Reviewed video.
And we've started hearing from a few companies.
Not necessarily spam companies,
Right. I mean,
but
they have products.
we have products, and we have used them. Which also we need to make a second video for. But
We may not have to because that one may hit 2,000 views.
oh yeah,
If that hits 2,000 views, we don't have to make the second. But we should. We should. Yeah. That's the welding helmet, in case anybody's wondering. It was really interesting because the emails we were getting from whomever kept referring to me as deer.
which now another company that's reached out on something also sends deer.
Yeah.
So apparently we're deer. We're not quite Raid Shadow Legends yet.
Or NordVPN.
Yeah, we can get to NordVPN or ShipStation.
Right.
Where?
Squarespace.
Yeah, Squarespace, that's the one. Blacksmith Supply. Combat abrasives.
Combat abrasives,
Yeah.
definitely.
One day, man. One day we'll get up
Never
there.
know. Just never know.
Try to get some sponsorships. I think we got to be a little bit more consistent in our production of videos and
Yeah. Content would be
content.
helpful.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Am I becoming a Scottish lord? No, but I could. I could. For multiple reasons.
Scotland. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all, man. It's
BS Ford's sent off a request for Buckeye. Gonna get yourself a touch mark. I think at some point we'll probably have to get another, not have to, but just get another one to have another touch mark.
like in the travel set or
Yeah,
something.
keep it in the travel stuff. That is the hope.
Yep. Just to be quite honest with you, the summer sucked.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was terrible for me. It was not helpful for him. No.
Yeah. All good. The Lord bless us.
So now we are poised, as they say.
I would agree.
Here in a couple weeks, within a couple weeks, I'll be able to go ahead and finish some places in the shop that we can get the shop doing what it's supposed to do. And it's driving me crazy because I see what's
Crazy.
ready to be done and I can't do it.
Can't.
Because right now, I'd not be working in dry conditions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if we can avoid hurricane force winds around here,
Yeah.
be good.
No, all the repairs are not done. The actual repairs are supposed to start. They were supposed to start this week, but it's Thursday and we got snow on the ground, so
Yeah. Yay.
probably not. Which is okay because I'm not ready for them outside. I still have to do some cleanup outside, which is, I guess, what we're doing Saturday.
Yay.
All right, do it the right way.
They do it the right way.
You going the right way?
I think so.
You going the right way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
What's that, Django? He's like, positive? I don't know. You're not positive? I don't know what positive means. Sure. Yes. Sure. What? Dude, that was such a good scene.
I did that one time when somebody else was here and they were like, what's he doing? He's straightening it out. Stand up there. Yeah, gum you. Ooh. Yes, very nice. Great success.
Yes. So strong.
Look at there, look at there. I believe I can handle that. Okay.
Coffee said they lost part of their roof.
Really?
Yeah. Or taped up till spring.
It's what?
The tarped up till spring.
Tarped up.
I said taped up. You know what I meant.
I heard what you meant. Hey, you grab me every single time I make a little boo-boo speaking, so.
See, the problem is,
Jerk.
I did that one with this last video. My word was again.
Oh, yeah?
I probably removed 10 times that I said again. I was like, what? Why?
Why do I keep saying that?
There has to be some like psychological like trigger or something that like when you're talking, like if you're in front of a camera or something.
I'm sure there is. Let me guess. You got the.
Be a shame if we had psychologists in the family that could tell us.
Oh, they do.
What are you asking about?
I'm guessing the twisting wrench is in.
The twisting. Oh, the Bill Corey twisting wrench.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The wrench is in there somewhere.
Well, I used it earlier. Oh, I know where it's at.
Oh. Yo. See, we just need to have two of a lot of these things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We got plenty of those pipe wrenches.
We got what?
Plenty of those little pipe wrenches. Old school wrenches.
Yeah, we do have a few of them.
Find them a lot at antique stores.
All right, see how she looks. Yeah. That ain't bad.
Making a sled?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
Who would do such a thing?
Who would make a sled on a live stream?
I have a little PTSD with sleds, so definitely not me. Anybody else broken their back while sledding? No, just me.
So let's put it back together and see where we.
Fractured vertebra, as they would say.
Spinal.
Spinal.
All right, let's get everybody's take.
Oh gosh.
Let's get everybody's take.
I know that there is a take.
Not if you.
You know what?
Honestly
Hey, you know
watched
what
it.
my take is? Netflix sucks at live streaming. That's
Well,
what
there's
my
that.
take is.
There is that. There's definitely that.
They're about to take on a football game this week or next week.
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, best of luck to them.
Yeah.
Crazy Eli lore. Yeah, there's a few of them. There's a few of them. I don't have like a looking down camera angle.
No.
Everybody's just seeing you blocked out by me in the right-hand corner. I'd narrate it.
Well, if you want to. I don't care.
Right now, he is tightening up screws to hold the legs in main piece. And tighten up the other side now, and I believe he's bringing it up to make it visible for all of us to see. And here he is. He's setting it down on the anvil, ready to explain
What I'm going to do.
what he's going to do. Anticipation palpable here, folks.
That's right. Oh, the anticipation.
Like that, palpable. How is there that much slop in it? Because screws.
They're not exact size.
Ah.
And I did that purposely.
What about a porpoise?
Something on a porpoise.
Ran into a tree while sledding. I have done that too. That was partially why the backbreaking sledding incident happened, because I was sledding down a really big hill at a really steep angle at a really fast speed, and I started going left towards the trees and potentially an interstate. Or I guess no, AA highways, highway, but anyway.
Well, I mean, no, it would have been I-64.
Oh, that's true. That would have been towards I-64.
Yeah.
Granted, there's a lot of boundaries between me and I-64, but I was going towards the interstate at towards a tree at way too fast. So I bailed and went back up to the top of the hill and was like, all right, well, if I'm going to start angling towards the tree by the time I get down there, I'll just move more to the right by my starting point, and that way when I get down to the bottom, I won't, if I keep going left, I won't hit a tree. And when I started going down the right side, there was a rather large rut in the ground because they had bush hogged it and used this machine mechanism with winches and a tractor to bush hog it earlier that year. Left a big old hole in the hill, and I hit that hole at very, very high rate of speed and went airborne. And when I landed, managed to split my L1 and L2 vertebra. Split them. Nice little crack in the back.
Wrecked him.
Darn near killed him.
You killed him.
Luckily, a very nice old lady from a couple miles down the road in a retirement home saw the whole thing and called called the police and the ambulance and the fire department.
And me.
And no, I called you.
Yeah.
That was a terrible call too, because I was like, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even like scared because, like, you know, there's a potential that I could have done some severe damage, like the bottom of my tailbone. You know, there is a potential for some messing you up in the legs area. And I called Dad and I was like, "Don't be mad."
That was his first words.
But
and when I found out from the people on site, which is hilarious because they'd already called EMTs and everybody like that, fire department, and he's up this very steep angle, and they're taking the sled and everything up there to bring
they took a Ranger up there with the straight board because they were worried that I potentially like cracked something and was paralyzed.
And the crazy part was they were already on the scene when I got there, and I got to him at the same exact time as they did.
Yeah.
And they're all like Bubba's, they're like,
oh yeah, when so the first guy to show up, the cop, right? So the cop pulls up down to it's turning the whole story, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the cop shows up, right? And the cop is down at the bottom. He's a Bubba. And he's down at the bottom of the hill, and I'm probably about halfway down where I crashed. And he looks up at me and, is kind of waving at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm waving him. I'm like, giving him the thumbs up and telling him, hey, I'm good, go on, thumbs up, I'm good, go away. So he doesn't buy it because I lay there. And finally he starts hoofing it up the hill. And when he gets up there, he's, that number. It's a steep hill.
Reaching for his Winstons.
Uh-huh. So we chat for a second, and he's like, I'm going to have you just lay back down on your sled here, and we got the fire department and the ambulance coming. And I'm like freaking out. I was like, okay, this is turning into a scene, and Dad's going to be ticked. So they show up. They got a Ranger, and they got me on the what you call it, what's the flatboard thing?
Yeah, backboard.
Yeah. It keeps you straight up, and they basically ratchet strap me down to the board, put me in like the neck brace and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, this is serious. And they're having to like kind of lower me down a little bit on that board. There are a couple guys on either side and a couple ladies, and then there's one dude up there at the top, and he's got a rope. He's towards the top of the hill, and he's holding on to it that way, like in case they slip, we don't go sliding down. Yeah. Well, they slipped. And we kind of went down the hill for a second, and of course I'm strapped to this board, and I'm immobilized, and all I see is the sky. And I start going down. I was like, "This is it. This is where I meet Jesus." That's the end of Eli right there. And finally, they got me hooked up and put me into the Ranger, brought me down. Yeah, and I'm like, Dad.
The interesting part when I got there, whoever was on scene, I can't remember which person it was, and they said. First thing he said when I got to him was, Dad's going to be mad. I got to find my glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Got to find my glasses.
Yeah.
Dad'll be mad.
Luckily, the cop actually did find my glasses. So I had my phone and my glasses. The first time I crashed, my glasses went flying off my face. My phone was in my pocket, and it went out. And I was like, Dad's going to be miffed because I've lost my phone. Well, luckily I found my phone. I couldn't find my glasses. I was like, okay, well, at least I got the phone. Like, glasses are replaceable. It's fine. Phone, Dad's going to be mad. So then when we were going down the hill, the big fella cop comes up and he said, "These yours?" Like, yeah, probably the only one that's been up there that lost his glasses in the snow. But yeah, and then it got even more fun because we went to the emergency room, got checked into the hospital, and they were pumping me full of drugs because redheads and high pain tolerance.
Yep.
So they got me drugged up, and then the lady comes in. And she's like, yeah, so we're going to give you some potassium because your potassium level's low and some other stuff. And then she's like, and we're going to get you in a shoulder sling. And I was like, shoulder sling. Again, I'm drugged up right now, so I'm being goofy and sarcastic as per, our normal arrangement. And he's like, yeah, I'll get you in a shoulder sling. And I was
They'd
like,
even taken him for x-rays and stuff
yeah.
like that.
And she was like, yeah, your shoulder's messed up. And I was like, it is? Again, I'm drugged up, so I'm like, I can't feel anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, he looked over at me and he goes, Dad,
yeah.
my arm doesn't even hurt.
Yeah. So she's talking about it, and she was like, yeah, we're, this. And I was like, lady, my shoulder's fine. She was like, oh, wait a second. And just walks out.
Yeah.
She had the wrong patient.
Yeah. Literally, the patient in the next room
Yeah.
had a broken back.
Yeah.
And
shoulder messed
probably
up,
the
yeah.
shoulder. So she was literally, she was ready to put a sling on him.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
it was this.
But it was just hilarious because I was like, I looked at her and I was like, lady, my shoulder's fine. She went white for about half a second, and she's like, wait a second. And then just walked out. Oh, goodness.
But we were like, okay, if
Yeah, that's why. I was like, I can feel pressure, and I was like, I'm sure other parts of my body are messed up right now. I was like, I know my back is in a lot of pain, but I was like, I don't know what else is. I was like, my legs are busted up, but whatever. So I was like, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, that's probably the case. But I was like, I don't think my shoulders, I'm good.
Yep.
There you go. That was a fun one.
So Bobby says, Troy gets mad. Do I get mad?
Stop. He isn't angered often. Wrong drugs. No, they were good drugs.
They were good ones.
They did two or three things of morphine.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm still in a lot of, like, at that point, the adrenaline wore off, and I was like, I'm still in a decent amount of pain. They were like 2 things of morphine in there. I was like, you gonna need to up that. They finally brought in, I'm pretty sure they brought in like a low dose of like the main ingredient of a horse tranquilizer. They gave me the good stuff.
They found it.
Yeah. I remember I was texting friends because, like, word spreads fast in a small town. All of a sudden, everybody's like, at this point, everybody thinks I'm either paralyzed or dead. So I'm like responding back to people, and finally the drugs started hitting, and I could text normally. And Dad reaches over and he said, "I'd take that."
Yeah, I'm just let me have that.
Good times, man. Good time.
Getting sent out. So let's answer the question series.
What question are we answering?
Troy gets mad.
Oh goodness. He's goofy about this question because he's like, I don't ever get mad.
And you better answer it right.
Yeah. Call my child services officer again. Which wouldn't work because he freaking worked at child services.
I did do that too.
It was sabotage.
So answer the question.
No, you answer the question.
They're
asking you.
From my perspective?
Yes.
No, they didn't say, hey, Troy, do you get mad? They asked, Troy gets mad? So from my perspective and your perspective may be 2 different things.
Well, define mad.
There you go.
We're asking the people to define mad.
I mean, there's angry.
He's angry.
There's agitated. Miffed. Frustrated. And then mad. To me, mad that's wrench throwing, breaking stuff, yelling, screaming. That's mad. That's mad.
So with that definition, I've never seen.
Probably pretty close to the cow.
I've definitely seen you throw stuff at a cow or punch a cow.
Punch a cow. Yeah, that's true.
Like full on Mike Tyson in his prime. Punch a cow. No, the groundings, one, I never was really in that much trouble because I was a good kid. Abby, however,
True.
probably seen closer to what you look like, man. But
yeah,
no, if I was ever grounded, he would just kind of give me that look of like, yeah, just go ahead and take everything from me, and I'll go sleep in the woods and crawl off in a corner and die. That was me. Like I was a wimp. As soon as Dad seemed like he was like disappointed in me, I was like, I'm an old beagle dog. you don't run anymore. I just go off in the woods and die.
Yeah.
Abby, on the other hand, was a bulldog, and she would just.
Oh yeah.
She'd She dead weight it and push back, and yeah, all right, what you got for me, old man?
That was Abby
Yeah.
right there. Just all right, here we go. Dig a heel in here, dig a heel in there. Here we go. Yeah. No, I the reason why, and the reason for that is
Tell me why.
2 reasons why. 2 reasons why. Number one, I tried very, very hard never to discipline my kids mad
That is true.
or angry.
True.
And how I got away with that, because I'll tell you right now, this is for real.
Which part?
Red.
Oh, yeah.
It's for real. There is a temper. And I know it's there, and the times that I've let it go, I've embarrassed myself, and I've been very embarrassed for me. So to do that, I always tried to have a standard. So my kids knew, okay, these are the things that'll get me a whipping. These are the things that'll get me grounded, things like that. And so my response was always to you guys, now you've done this thing. Tell me the thing you've done. Now what do I have to do? So your actions make me do this, instead of saying I'm mad and I'm going to whip your butt for something I didn't whip your butt for the last time. But this, so I tried to keep everything as consistent as possible. Didn't always work, but I tried. That was the main thing. And just always reminding myself that if I ever get to that point where I'm mad, then I know it's a very, very bad thing. Very bad thing.
It was go to your room.
I'll be up here in a little bit.
And you were contemplating, okay, how can I escape without anyone hearing me in the house? Which didn't work because we lived in a rickety old house.
Yep. Yeah, livestock mad is different. That is true.
Yeah.
Livestock mad is different mad.
Yeah.
The one I know you know of is the bulldog of the heifer out in the field.
I was thinking to Papaw the one time Papaw's ever said a cuss word.
Yes. No.
Obviously not going to say it.
Right back in here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was mad. I was probably mad. Pretty close to mad at that situation.
Which one was that?
But the one that was out in the field running.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, that's a story. This has turned into just story time, not even forging. Sorry, you guys are here for the ride. You paid for it. You bought the ticket. Yeah, so that was one. Abby and I, we were going through, walking our calves, prepping them for shows and going to, 4-H and doing the county fair and all that good stuff. We, usually it was just her and I. Dad was out working on the farm, but usually within earshot. But he was up at the house while we were back in the barn lot walking our calves. And Abby's calf was just like Abby, stubborn and just not very good at halter broken. Again, Abby didn't really do a good job at halter breaking her calves, and that one was stubborn, so it was just a perfect storm. So we're walking, and this calf gets a wild hair, and all of a sudden it goes berserk, just runs out of the barn lot. And we don't have a gate between the two barns that we were in, and it just, runs for the hills out in this field. And this field's probably, it was what, 2.5, 3 acre field
it's
or so?
a 5 acre.
5 acre field, yeah, something like that. Anyways, so it's a long, narrow field. So it starts making a bolt towards the road from this field. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I tie off my calf real quick, and I get ready to start running. And I'm not very fast, but I was like, okay, I'm going to start running after this calf and try to, wrangle it, because Abby definitely wasn't getting a hold of her. So I start running down the field, and by the time, the barn's here, I come around the corner of the barn to start running down the field, and Dad's up at the house, and the house is probably, eighth of a mile from the barn lot or so.
Just shy of 100 yards.
Yeah, so it's a good ways away. So I turn the corner and start running towards this calf, and no sooner than I start my run out of the house comes flying at mock Jesus. Here comes Dad, freaking hustling after this calf, and this calf is matching him at this point, right? So they're two roads collide, and this intersection is happening. So I'm like, okay, Dad's gonna try to get in front of it or whatever, right? No, Dad just full on Superman leaps at this calf in all one fluid motion. As he leaps, grabs a hold of her by the neck, does an alligator barrel roll, slams her down to the ground, and bulldogs her flat on the ground. And I just stopped and I went, All right, whatever. He's got it.
Well, he still had its halter on, so
Yeah. But just the fact that it was like, here he just comes, dropped. All right, whatever. He's good. That, and that's it. That was the day. Every son at one point in his life is like, all right, I'm gonna test my dad. I'm the man in the house. That was the day I said, he's good. I'm good. I don't need to answer that question.
Now he's bigger and stronger than I am. So, but anyway, that's the fun stuff on the farm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting carried away with all these wild stories of our past.
Yep. But Eric is right. Livestock mad is a different kind of mad.
That's true.
It is a different kind of mad.
I don't remember what happened was, and it was like a quick. You were definitely mad, and it was just one of those days. Like none of the cows are doing what they need to be doing. Everything is just going wrong, and you can see just kind of the boiling point getting up. One of the calves tried to like jump him. I don't remember if we were milking at the time or if it was just when we had heifers. One of the calves like did this little stutter step at him, and Dad just absolutely threw overhand bop right across the front of her nose, and she just like took a step back and was like. What's happened?
I do remember.
Doing that. It was the shaking of like, he just punched me, and then you're like, everybody else around is like, he just punched that cow.
Oh my goodness, it's fun stuff. But anyway, that's why I try not to get mad. All right, so we've
I'm trying to not get my snout bonked.
Yeah. So I didn't know exactly where.
Forging that.
Yeah. Didn't know exactly how the bend and everything was going to go, and this was already a pre-cut piece in the scrap bin, just to give an illustration as to the back strap here. I was thinking about doing a little bit of a flower or something in here to kind of work that out a little bit, but obviously this is not going to take that arc around to there.
Might I suggest?
But
you could do it, yeah. So you could do a lower one and do a second one on top.
Which I've been considering.
Which?
And
which?
Yeah. My hope was to be able to have enough on one to be able to wrap it around and do a little bit of a kind of just a curl off of it instead of just a flat piece right there. So I knowing where the curve is right now and the lay of the back, and when I sat in it, that was much more comfortable and much more felt like it would work a lot better. So I think that's what we're going to go with, which means I'm probably going to have to get this all lined out. I already have the holes punched, not punched, but at least center marked for the back strap. And we may add a second one, either here or right here at the top of the bend, beginning of the bend. And it may be this piece, but I don't know yet. But that part of it is done. So we have the finials on top. We have the bend. We have one of the center kind of, I don't know what you would call it, just a decorative feature in the middle there. And I'll finish up the one on the other side and finish the ones on the back side. We will do an X brace cross from front to back and cross for the bottom, just for extra support. And I think I've convinced myself to do a wooden seat. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is create a seat that will sit on top, but have a lip that will go down in it, and we'll be able to secure it maybe with some screws in a couple spots just to secure it that way. That way I'll be able to do some wood in there and stain it up and finish it properly, do a little bit of contour to the seat, and things like that. So, but anyway, it's kind of getting an idea what the chair is going to be. Again, I didn't plan on this being a 1 week or 2 week project, but I'm glad to see kind of how it's sitting and how it's laying out. My idea was kind of like a little bit more of a elegant, like an ice cream parlor chair. That was kind of my thought.
It's funny too, because Aglamisi's not too long ago, and their chairs are like one bar, like round stock, 1 bar piece made in. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about making a chair, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just had that thought the other day.
Yeah, and who knows? Between now and then, I may decide to put one flat strap here and do a twisted or something like that into round rod or flat or a square or something like that.
Yeah.
But now I know where those dimensions are. I can actually work off of that.
Dimension.
Yeah. So that's what will probably happen. I will probably take something like this, create the bend here to match, and put that strap in, and then figure out what we're going to do on the top. So then once we get everything kind of laid out, then we can start assembling. And once it's all assembled, then we can do the seat. Yeah. Initially, I did think about just kind of interlacing and weaving metal,
Yeah.
kind of like you would basket weave a chair, which I've done that before too. And I considered that. I considered actually doing a basket weave wooden,
Like a wicker.
a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, and who knows? I may change before then, before the end anyway. But there it is. We're at least lined up to make a chair.
Know what it's going to be.
Yeah. I'm kind of liking it. I kind of like how it's turning out.
Got a plan for what you're going to do with it?
It's going to be for sale.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be for sale. Yeah, maybe hopefully time we get to Greenfield or Lynchburg, it should be up. Or we'll put it on the website, see if somebody wants to buy it.
There you go. A toilet seat.
That's right.
Right,
I said
it to be a toilet seat.
You could put a bucket underneath it
That's
if you
true.
wanted to.
Grab a. I bet you if you slid a 5-gallon bucket in there, it'd almost sit perfectly.
It might. It might come pretty
5-gallon?
close. I do.
I want to see. I want to see.
It's got right now. It's got taters in it.
Potato chair.
Let's see how close it gets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tater chair. Look at that. How close is it on the sides? Oh, it's literally perfect. I got way too much amusement out of that. 5-gallon bucket chair. I do have one of those somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. I probably got lost as thing. A guy from our old church made little 5-gallon bucket chairs for kids.
Yeah.
He'd like cut out like probably about the top third of it, make like a little curve on the top, and then put a little padded stool into it.
That seems like forever ago, man.
Dude, I know.
Yeah. Or you could get a bumper dumper.
Bumper dumper.
Have you seen the bumper dumper?
Yep.
American ingenuity, man. Telling you.
Dude, we literally wasted like 30. Well, not wasted, but we spent like 30 minutes just chatting.
Non-forging.
Non-forging.
No forging whatsoever.
Oh, shit.
Well, I just, at this point, my next move is the back.
Yeah.
And, I don't have the materials laid out for that. I knew that wasn't going to be enough once I did the curve. So,
riveting. Are you going to do the like the little decorative piece on the front leg on the back too?
I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
You talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that on the back as well as the sides. And I think on our rivets, I may use those flowers over the rivet heads.
Okay.
Maybe, because that's awful tight. So I may not.
I think
Maybe I'll do them up here.
because you're kind of doing like a geometric shape.
Yeah.
You did rivets, but kept them like a squared off or like octagonal, or hexagonal. Go Coriat.
Yeah.
Keep them.
Yeah, that'd be a fancy deer camp pooping chair, wouldn't it?
That would be.
That's all right. Okay. Anyway, anything else for these fine folks?
Oh, I believe we've rambled on.
I think we have as well. No, I couldn't have planned it any better. That I had no idea. That worked out pretty good though. So yeah, and if you guys have any other thoughts on it, let me know. Like I said, I'm considering doing a little decorative thing here, but as you said, everything here has been kind of geometric.
Trying to keep with the theme of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have to try to find some wood that would work. Would work.
Like a Pink Panther.
Uh-huh.
I
We-
would good.
Oh,
Like
goodness.
to buy a hamburger. I would like to buy a hamburger. Ah,
Hamburger.
dude, that's an underrated scene.
Yeah, maybe some fancy scrolls in the back. Just, make that pop
Yeah.
back here to kind of set it off. What?
It's just myself on. Oh,
Dude, I heard a great dad joke today and I lost it.
uh-oh.
I was going to end it with that, and I just.
What was the one? It was like, so tell me about yourself. Well, I do tell a mean dad joke. Does he laugh at it? What?
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Metal for the top of the back, then wooden slats for the back.
It would be
of the
kind of
seat.
cool though if you did like wood for the slats and the seat. Figure that out. You could curve. You could draw a knife and then curve them.
Good,
That's
or
in
I
there.
could steam bend. Oof.
You have the stuff for that.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get the green woodworking shop, there's gonna
Never.
be a bunch of
We'll
that.
never see him again.
That's right. That's
See
right.
his new home now.
Why do you think the bathroom's going in?
That's true.
We'll have a refrigerator, a microwave, and a
Yeah, I'd say
bathroom.
the only thing we're missing. You get you a stove back here. You'd be good. Be a good idea. Get a little wood stove.
Why do you think it's going back in the wood shop?
Wood stove?
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to do that.
Oh.
Just as a kind of a backup heat, a little extra heat,
Yeah.
a little ambiance.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to put back in the green woodworking shop. I can't wait to get that stuff done because we want to do a tour of the shop
A tour.
and let you guys know what all's
I
going on.
toured the
back
shop.
there. But I don't want to do it right now because no. No.
Tour the shop.
Yep. Because, I mean, just the change that will occur over a 1-year period here. Wow. We didn't forget the cot.
That?
We didn't forget the cot. Mountain Home Forge said that.
Oh.
Because they're going to be bunks.
Yeah,
Back there.
One of the plans we've talked about is making just a little like fold out bunk set for when people come here for the gathering.
Yep. Like 4 beds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Osage. No Osage seat.
No sage seat. Got 3 hours to cut the circle.
Oh my gosh. And
Might need the plasma
five-
cutter at that
5
point.
bandsaw blades.
Might need the plasma cutter.
I've been wanting to try out, and this is part of the reason why I want to do that too. I've been wanting to try out one of those carving discs for your angle grinder.
Oh yeah. That way you can do like the butt imprint.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about maybe that's what I'll do. And of course, if I use Osage, it'll look like, what was it Chris Dixon said? Look
Big
like
Bird.
somebody hit Big Bird
like
with a
like a
Peterbilt.
Mack truck hit Big Bird. I think we still have Osage dust in here
I'm sure it
sometimes.
is. It's ingrained.
Yeah.
Hooks for hammocks, sure, we can do that. Yep. Yeah, when the shop is done, we are self-contained,
Yeah.
essentially. So, I had one question for you guys that I'm considering in here. We have our oxyacetylene torch here. I don't have one in our red barn where we do a lot of mechanical work. So and it's kind of in the way.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. So I'm actually considering going to oxypropane here in the shop. And the reason for that is
Propane.
we have propane piped
Propane.
in here. And then I would add propane accessories.
Oh.
So I know like John Switzer he does oxypropane
Yeah.
in his shop because he's hooked to a big tank. Part of my question was, and I have to ask, certain people, and if you guys know, I would like to just plumb right in. Now, our black pipe is regulated, and then we do have one full pressure line coming in for the ribbon burner. And reason being is the ribbon burner does require a few more pounds than what comes regulated out of the tank. So it has a direct full pressure line, and we have a regulator on it coming into the forge, but coming there, it has to be high pressure. So I don't know whether that has to be full pressure out of the tank, or whether it can be regulated like what's in the black pipeline right now, or what. So if you guys have knowledge of oxypropane, let me know. Reach out to me, because I'm actually kind of considering that. That way I can move this torch to where it's mobile in the big red barn to work on equipment.
Know about propane? Let us
And
know.
two, if I had that in this area, just right around the corner to the welding area, I could have hoses enough to go around there and run the torch back there. The biggest thing in here is I want to be able to run a rose head, so I can do bigger heats, other than just the standard cutting head. So anyway, there you go. Daniel Bach says, I'm trying to cut the rebate for the lip is going to be fun. Oh yes. The that will be definitely a lot of fun to get that nice and oof. Yeah.
Maybe not Osage.
Yeah. May go with an ash or oak or something like that. So, anywho, I think we're about to our extend what we can do. I can throw a dad knee up here. Please again keep the Strock family in your prayers. And Roger, how is the grandson getting along with his injury? We'll ask that as well. Still, people, winter is coming in, and the folks in Western North Carolina and places like that are still, guys, it's going to be years. It's not going to be just a quick fix. And praise the Lord for people who are, taking a lot of those Amish tiny homes down there, campers. A lot of those have just been flooded. That's the bad word. Have really been sent down there a lot into that area. They're not communications. Coal miners go down there and create roads that the Department of Transportation says, well, it'll be 4.5 years before we can get, they're like, no.
Thank God for rednecks.
We'll be done by the weekend.
Yeah.
Just have the cold beer ready.
Yeah.
So, praise the Lord for that. And other people are just taking on those tasks, and all the other places that have suffered as well. So anyway, I think that's pretty much the end of it. Again, Daniel, make sure you get in touch with me. Anything else for these fine people?
Answer.
All right. Well, God bless you guys. We will see you on the next one. Take care.
God bless. Go and get.
Go now.